He's gonna get nerfed again. Obviously. I don't think ASW looks at wall stick loops on the whole cast and says that this is healthy. He already got nerfed hard. I think he's just gonna get nerfed hard again. Nobody likes it. It's not fun to watch. It's not hype. It's not good flow. Because every Happy Chaos just wins the same way versus everybody. That's rude? Are you saying it's wrong? Is Happy Chaos steady aim a player issue of people not knowing how to fight it? Is Happy Chaos getting 50% life and positive bonus off every single touch a player issue of people not knowing how to fight him? Is Happy Chaos 2K a player issue of not knowing how to fight him? His meter gain, wall slump mix? Really, it just doesn't matter. The discussion doesn't matter. Like, why? Happy Chaos, why? I do think he's cool. He's very involved. Do I hate myself when I play against Happy Chaos? Yes. Strive has spotted out the worst of patch culture? Isn't that gonna happen? The more you make your game accessible, having an opinion is gonna be accessible. I think a lot of people stick their noses where they don't belong when it comes to opinion. I don't think my complaints are misplaced. There was definitely a time where I was being a bitch when I had a lot to work on. If you want my opinion on what is actually not balanced, I can give you that. Since someone, this is not actually a question that I get very often. Somebody asked me, what do I think is actually unbalanced? Well, chat, I'll ask you. What do you think is imbalanced? Clone PRC, that's a good one. Go Lewis everything. The full screen, frame 1 move, maybe, IDK. With punish, Happy Chaos challenge. Ram risk reward. I'm gonna give you 3 things that I think are imbalanced. I'm gonna give you number 1.
Nagoriyuki.
This normal is overpowered. This normal is too good. Is it a net fun change to Nago? Yes. Is it too strong? Maybe. This normal continues to go under the radar, and I think the time of retribution is coming. I think Nago 5K is gonna get hit. I think it's way too good. And I think they're going in that direction by making his frame data better when he's low on resources. I think this is gonna get hit. I think it could use a recovery nerf. 3 extra frames of recovery? Don't nerf the crush. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Extend the hurt box? I need a reminder. This normal is very strong. Back to Nago. You want to nerf 5K? Fine. You want to nerf 2S? Fine. Y'all think about this? I think 5SSS should have a 2 frame gap. I think it's obnoxious at this point. I don't think Nago's meter usage should be so linear. That means if you're in this situation in the corner, you can grab here when he steps in. Right here. No, you wouldn't have the IV to do this. Because Nago, hypothetically, steps into you like a motherfucker. You see that? His stance? That's probably all grab box right there. Right now you have to super... It's being overused so much. I suppose we should be doing super more. It's not hard to do. 2S or 5K probably need a hit. I think much more than Happy Chaos, accepting that I may be biased because I'm a Nago player and I watch people play against Nago all the time. I watch people get free wind by this character a lot. Am I demanding too much by the counterplay that I recommend people do? The way I beat people and the way I watch other Nagos beat people it's a lot of robbery. Examples of this counterplay? Honestly, I should make another guide. Am I playing around something that doesn't exist? I've always played like that though. Am I playing around something that shouldn't exist? Oh, absolutely. Should it work? Not as much as it does so often. Do you weaken Fukio? No. Do you weaken his specials? No. No, not really. Do you weaken the regen on 5S? No. Do you weaken his frame data? Maybe a little bit. Do you weaken his 5K? Yes. This normal smothers entire round starts and option sets of characters in really obnoxious places. It could probably use a hurtbox nerf. You want to go harder, nerf the recovery. You want to go harder, nerf minimal proration. Gareth86 says weaken his HP/defense/guts. This is the most boring way to nerf a character. You can make Nago a lightweight. You can make him a squishy like Sentinel from Marvel 3, and he's still going to 2-shot you from round start. Then what will you nerf, Gareth86? That's the Happy Chaos problem a little bit. Strong, but easy to be killed. Chat, would you describe Happy Chaos as easy to kill? In any circumstance? No, we can go back to Nago. Positive bonus off round start. Minimal proration on OTG 6H. I've talked about these things for a long fucking time. Head and Vone being maintained on dash DP is the goal of balance to find the equilibrium of fun / competitive. Every patch for this game has been to make the game more fun. Not less fun, not more balanced, more fun. More competitive? Not necessarily. Thing that I think is overpowered number 2. I think this normal is outrageous. I think this is a really, really big outlier. This is extremely, this is outrageous. It is too good. It's absolutely too good. I don't think anybody would deny it. He actually doesn't need to use any of our normal in neutral. He does not have to use any of our normal in neutral. Is there anybody who would debate this? Come forward. If you think you can present a reason for why this is not the #1 offender in this patch, they bought in things that were fucking busted about Happy Chaos after he released in patch 2.0, and this is what's coming. If this is not what gets hit really hard, it's gonna be a lot of other things. Speaking of, this normal, this is too good. This is Nago level 2S on a character with normal movement. Nago's 2S conversions got nerfed pretty fucking hard. When you're doing 2S in patch 1.1 or whatever, this was your conversion from round start. If you're like any further than this starts whiffing. So there's also situations where you would do 2S Beyblade, 6H, and it will now not work, meterless. So this is too broken. It's busted, okay? Is Soul bottom 3 because he's bad? No. Soul is bottom 3 because of things like this and things like this. I think Soul is bottom 3. I could give less of a fuck. I don't care who's top 1, top 2, top 3. Dude, who gives a fuck? Why does that matter? We're talking about shit that is actually a problem. Happy Chaos 2K is flagrant. Happy Chaos 2S is flagrant. The combination of his 2K and his 2S, both giving full conversions on any touch, anywhere, is too good. You cannot look for this normal like this and also look for 2K at the same time. It's too much. It's literally too much. Third thing about Happy Chaos that is busted. This is too good. This is not acceptable. It should just go. It shouldn't work unless you're cursed. Whiff button into gunshot needs to go. Because if that wasn't enough that you actually made this motherfucker with a 2S, he can just whoop. Oh, you got hit. Haha, haha, were you trying to whiff punish me? There's actually nothing you can do. This is unacceptable. It's broken. It's definitely overpowered. It's definitely too strong. I don't think anybody would deny this. Is there any disagreements? Back of the auditorium, KD? You don't think it's a huge problem? I mean, obviously, there's bigger fish to fry, but it's the biggest, it's one of the biggest feels bads. Wait, well, what do you mean? Random tracking on the first shot. Do you mean that it can work? Random tracking on the first shot is more so the problem than the shot on whiffing a button. Well, you're going like way above. I was just starting with whiff button into gunshot. If you want to hit that, let's go. It is a little bit nonsensical that he can pull out the blicky and H gunshot you like at any moment. He can do it. The reason why gunshot will hit you while trying to whiff punish is because the reticle is randomly too close to you. On any other occasion, the reticle will take time to lock on. This is correct. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was giving Chaos a little credit. Gunshot from the air. Does anybody think that this is cool? CPU says there is counterplay to this. This might be Nago bias. Okay, what's the counterplay? Need to jump up. You meet him in the air. The way the reticle behaves when Happy Chaos pulls out the gun, being that the position of the reticle is a random position. Are his conversions broken? Maybe? Yes? Probably. This is the fault of the hits that he's getting them off of. I mean, when you look at Happy Chaos conversions off of 2P and shit, obviously it looks like it doesn't fucking make sense. But is it really too strong? Is it flagrant? So there's a couple different directions you can go. The easiest and fattest one is probably the meter gain. But why don't we just apply force gravity scaling on P starter? Why don't we just do that? Apply force gravity so he can screen to screen you. Why does he need a full reload after super? Stop. You're going way up. You wanna kill him. You don't need to kill him. I don't even think it would be that good. Because most Happy Chaos players don't even do the fucking super. They just loop wall stick. Okay, chat. Is wall slump too good? Number 5. Is wall slump too good? Do you all think it's too good? Okay. Is wall slump fun, chat? I would argue that it is not fun for Happy Chaos. All you're doing is the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over to every player, to everyone, because you can't do anything about it. So I feel like most of you have said Happy Chaos wall break, wall slump is not fun. Is wall slump good for spectators? No. That's like a 99% no on the survey. Macho, parentheses auto player says, wall slump is an interesting mechanic, but Happy Chaos has too easy of a time accessing it. So you kill Happy Chaos wall slump setups. What do we do when the arms race begins anew after the next patch? The Zato players and Bridget players have maximized their characters to always do wall slump. Do we kill it for them too? It'll be interesting if breaking the wall with a certain normal forced wall slump as a system mechanic. If you do RC 5D, then it forces wall slump. I'm not complaining about wall slump particularly. I'm still on Happy Chaos. I'm just saying you're biased to hate Happy Chaos. So what happens when the other characters start doing it all fucking day, like Ino? When is it okay and when is it not okay? Viper says, it's just Okizeme. Some characters' Okizeme is stronger than others. I think that's a fine fundamental idea to agree on. So if every character is gonna have different Oki, I say we just hit the one character. So we make it way harder for Happy Chaos to set up wall slump, or this is that, or something like that. That is fair. Do you remember when Altar of Dementia and Hogak were in Modern? This card is fucking broken. Hogak is Happy Chaos, okay? Hogak had some enablers, namely Altar of Dementia. So Hogak would do a combo where you would get him and Altar of Dementia on the board, and then you would just mill out your opponent. You would mill yourself out and then mill your opponent. So what did they do? They didn't nerf Happy Chaos. They nerfed the enabler. They nerfed a part of what makes him broken. So there wasn't this. And, shockingly, it was still broken. Wow. I'm saying you don't nerf the enabler, just nerf the thing. Yeah, think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Exactly. How many things are they going to hit before they're just like, alright, fine, you know what? Let's just remove Mystic Mind from the game. Damn, this person followed the chat just to say, mine is fair, cope. What the fuck, you gotta throw a chair into the audience? We're having a nice dialogue, and then you gotta come in, fucking stink meter from the Boondocks or some shit? Oh yeah, good shit, KB. Clone PRC? Unacceptable. Would I prioritize it over 2K, 2S, and conversions off of P buttons? I don't know. Kid Viper says, when you hit clone, you're locked into hit stop. There's nothing you can do if this happens. If you're Nago, you can save yourself from being in counter hit state. Maybe. The key to fighting clone is you need to use something that you can cancel your recovery out of. Nago can Fukyo. Other characters can jump cancel. Other characters can do some rushing special forward. Nago can 5SS and deal with clone pretty handily. But with clone PRC, can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. You're getting hit. You can't Fukyo away. Because if this wasn't enough, and this wasn't enough, and this wasn't enough, and like this wasn't enough, and this wasn't enough, dang, you have to deal with this. Does clone take focus? Interesting question. No, clone doesn't take anything besides health. What if clone did take focus? Interesting idea. We're gonna look back at how Happy Chaos worked in this patch and the last patch, and we're gonna realize This character made no fucking sense. We talked enough about chaos. Let me show you the final thing that I think is actually too strong. You have noticed that we are currently in control of Ramlethal Valentine. What I think is too strong with Ramlethal is the fact that these normals, their hurt box is fucking so stupid. The hurt box for this normal is like this. The hitbox for this normal is like this. I think Ramlethal's 5S and 5H should be nerfed. It's way worse than my MS Paint. Does anybody disagree with a hitbox nerf on Ramlethal's 5S and 5H? No, Nago 5H is not designed to be like hit. It's designed so that you hit him for whiffing. You don't hit the normal. This normal and this normal are too good. This character has no losing matchups. This normal destroys too many characters. I think Ramlethal should have flaws. What are Ramlethal's flaws? Poor health. Is it so poor? Boring? Yeah. Her only flaw is her defense. I would argue that that is not true. You know why? Because she has one of these. She has a DLC 2K. Close to it. Close to it. And even without that, best in class conversions. Off flights. Best in class. Her defense is not fucking bad. I think this character deserves one change. Nerf these normals. Will not having these normals be as good give Ramlethal losing matchups? Oh, absolutely. Have you ever seen Testament versus Ram? Oh, fuck. Have you ever seen Faust versus Ram? Have you ever seen Kai versus Ram? Yeah, Axel Ram, Bridget versus Ram isn't terrible. I think you're a troubled soul. If you want to go even more, this is probably number 2. This normal is obviously fucking absurd. I don't like that you can fucking play entire sets with just one normal. I've played against Rams who do this. Because the special cancel window is forever. It's forever. Oh, you want to punish this? You want to punish this with 2S on block? Boop. So sure, you want to nerf Ram? Take both of these. Hit both of these really hard. I don't think you nerfed the recovery on Rekka. The Rekka change was a net upwards trend for fun in the game. Don't nerf the fun for Ramlethal. She fucking needs it. Anybody else want to bring up things that they think are actually overpowered? Her move speed. Yeah. Danger. Sure. Close slash proximity. JS. Yeah, I guess this is Nago Brain. I don't have to deal with JS as much as other characters. I mean, this is another character another thing that invalidates whole characters, isn't it? Positive bonus corner looping. That is a discussion for a different day. I don't know what to make of that. So what? 5S, 5H, 6B, and JS. These 3 things violate. It's easy to think about what is too strong. The things that are too strong in this game smother a lot of characters. Don't cover Zato. Zato's problem, I think, is a problem with the game. It's positive bonus. I mean, I guess besides, like, Happy Chaos, he's, like, the #1 utilizer of positive. Right? What do you all think about Baiken? Be careful. Be careful. This character got buffed when she didn't need to be, and now she's just fucking obnoxious. I think her damage and advantage from hits is too fucking much. And now it's too late for them to scale it back. They went way too far in a direction they shouldn't have gone in, and now this character is super fucking strong. This character is not very strong when you're not brawling with her. You understand that, right? If you're not running into this, or running into this, or not running into this, what is she left with, chat? Not running into this. You're not running into any of this. What is she left with? This. Do I think most people play against this character very well? No, not particularly. When you take away these things from her, Baiken is only scary with meter. Only scary? I think she's too scary with meter. I think she's too scary. Voicing her mix, I think her mix does too much damage and gets access to that mix too fast. It happens too quickly, too easily. So, in summary, we went through 4 characters that I think are outrageous or have outrageous aspects. It's Baiken, it's Nago, it's Happy Chaos, it's Ramlethal. I think the biggest shocker to me is that Baiken has not performed at a major event yet. I think it's just waiting to happen. Like any moment. You know, like Zondo. Zondo was just fucking waiting to win something, okay?